We're in your neighborhood, from Corpus Christi all the way to Live Oak County. We're sharing stories that matter to you. Thick fog can turn a routine drive into a deadly risk. Tonight, what every driver needs to know before heading out on foggy roads.
We've seen what these rivers and tributaries can do, how we need to make sure this never happens again.
And summer camps along the Guadalupe River are stepping up safety after July 4th devastating floods. Tonight, how a new warning system is helping give families peace of mind. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. A deadly crash in Live Oak County has left neighbors worried about a dangerous stretch of road. Neighborhood news reporter Melissa Trevino spoke with residents at Highway 281 and FM 1042, where a multi-vehicle crash claimed the life of a 16-year-old from Indiana. Neighbors say this isn't the first tragedy, blaming high traffic and poor visibility. Early Sunday, Julia Williams awoke to the sound of a crash outside her home.
I thought to myself, I knew this was serious, I knew it was serious. I had no idea how serious it was and that all those vehicles were involved.
Several other vehicles were involved in this crash, with several people hospitalized. As the investigation continues, DPS troopers tell us fog played a major role. Neighbors off the camera told Melissa that drivers need to be extra careful, especially driving through this area. Well, fog conditions continued this morning, making for some cautious driving during the morning rush hour. Well, this is what it looked like this morning along the Bayfront. If you find yourself in conditions like these, slow down and give yourself some extra braking distance. Use your low beams and fog lights. You can also use the right edge of the road or painted lines as a guide. Also, roll down your windows so you can hear approaching traffic. Here's an example of what to listen for. You may not be able to see traffic in thick fog, but as you just heard, you can hear it. Here's some more tips. Turn off your phone or music so you can concentrate on the road. In extreme fog conditions, turn on your hazard lights and pull into a safe off-road location like a parking lot until conditions improve. Well, many of you shared what you saw this morning. Check out this photo from Coastal Bend weather watcher John Miller. He showed us this view of fog from the Old Harbor Bridge. And Pat Clark sent us this cloud bow over the Padre Bayou Park. Some argue you could call it a fog bow. Well, and Guadalupe Macias showed us his view from Highway 361 in Port A. Well, we bring in Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber now with a first look outside. And Steph, are we going to be seeing that fog again tomorrow?
It's already here, Clara, and I do want to point out, fog bow is just like a rainbow, except these droplets are different sizes, so you don't get the colors reflected in it. You just get the spooky, eerie gloom like what we're seeing here. So SPID, we can see the roadway just fine. This is the view from our first community bank camera. It sits atop the USS Lexington. We are completely socked in, and yes, this is atop the boat. We're not that far up above the water, and we cannot see anything from this view. This isn't zoomed in on any fog or anything. The view over at Snoopy's shows you can see that fog off in the distance. Notice the fuzzy horizon under the JFK Causeway. We haven't seen the fog get here yet, but we are expecting this to be impacting other neighborhoods, and that does include some of us who are along the coast. Our Sand Dollar City camera out in Port Aransas shows some of that fog lingering right over the water off the edge of the coast. So I'll be showing you how this fog will be rolling in as we head through the rest of the night, the overnight, plus we'll talk about how this could impact the rest of your forecast for the week ahead.
Stephanie, thank you. It's been over 6 months since deadly floods hit central Texas, claiming 27 lives at Camp Mystic on the Guadalupe River. Now new safety measures are being added as part of the camp gets ready to reopen. Daniela Ibarra spoke with the camp director about these changes.
Alongside Camp Rio Vistas, the Guadalupe River is calm, but Justin Hawkins has seen how angry it can get.
We've never seen something like this, and then it just, once we got to that point, the rest, what happened, just happened so fast.
There are scars left by the July 4th floods. That morning, several feet of water rushed onto the campsite.
So where we're standing right now, we would have been underwater that day?
Yes, we would have been underwater that day.
Luckily, Hawkins says campers went home the day before. The water got into a few buildings, but but no cabins. Now, he has a tool that can warn him before the water gets close.
Can you walk me through how exactly this would work if water were to rise?
Absolutely. Well, each one of these towers has basic water detection in the bottom, 2 solid-state water detection switches.
Ian Cunningham is the founder of River Sentry, a flood warning system. The airline pilot came up with the idea right after the summer's historic floods.
We don't want false alarms. We want these to go off only during a very significant flooding event.
There is no sleeping through this, and I think this whole river needs these.
These towers are placed in front of the structures and people they're meant to protect. So if the floodwater gets high enough, the alarms and lights will start going off. These towers are also placed at different properties along the river, so if one of them gets hit by floodwater, other properties downstream will also be alerted.
We've seen what these rivers and tributaries can do, how we need to make sure this never happens again.
Camp Mystic Cypress Lake is about 10 miles northeast. Its director, Britt Eastland, understands how powerful water can be. The July 4th floods killed 27 girls staying at the main camp and his father, Dick Eastland. What made you buy into getting this flood warning siren?
We knew that, God willing, if we're able to ever open this camp and someday rebuild and open the main camp, that we would need to have something like this.
Earlier this summer, lawmakers required summer camps to have more safety regulations.
And there's some stuff that we have to update. A lot of it was already stuff we were already doing.
With parents nervous to send kids back to camp, both Hawkins and Eastland hope this new addition reassures them.
The River Sentry towers that we're putting in is just one example that we're hoping Mystic can show and other camps can show that we're not taking any chances.
It's a no-brainer. It's like, if that's one more element I can add to keep these kids safe, then let's do that.
Well, families of several of those campers and counselors have filed lawsuits against Camp Mystic and its owners, accusing them of gross negligence. Well, the Corpus Christi Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association has issued a statement regarding the investigation into the former liaison officer Travis Haker. He's an officer accused of stealing money from the nonprofit that was meant to go towards a scholarship honoring fallen officer Vicente Ortiz Jr. The statement reads, in part, upon becoming aware of the suspicious activity, the matter was reported to the department and an investigation was initiated. We want to assure our supporters that the individual is no longer affiliated with the Citizens Police Academy alumni and was removed from the liaison role at the beginning of the investigation, end quote. With Christmas just days away, many shoppers are racing to lock in last-minute gifts, and scammers are racing alongside them. While all age groups experience fraud at similar rates, older adults report significantly higher losses, according to senior resource site The Senior List. Its research found online shopping scams dominate holiday fraud incidents compared to delivery, text scams, gift card schemes, or fake charities.
The most prevalent scams, or most likely scam that's to work on someone in our research, we found that 62% of people 65 and older fell victim to fake online storefronts. And so what that kind of looks like is usually you'll see an ad for a brand on social media, you click on the ad and arrive at what looks like their website, and you see deals that are potentially too good to be true.
Ryan Malloy, senior tech expert with the Senior List, says even the most savvy shoppers can get fooled.
I fell victim to one recently in the past year. I thought I saw a really great sale at Lululemon. I went to a website. It felt like the Lululemon website, and then when I placed an order, nothing ever came.
Malloy's biggest warning sign of a shopping scam include huge markdowns that don't match the calendar and a URL with extra words or letters. According to the Senior List, seniors lost $1.5 billion to fraud in the first half of this year alone. Well, New Year's Eve is just over a week away, and the fireworks stands are open for business. Under state law, fireworks stands are allowed to operate from December 20th through January 1st. One fireworks stand we visit on Staples near County Road 43 says business has been brisk. And if you're worried about prices, the only thing that's going up at this fireworks stand are the fireworks.
Our prices have been the same now for several years, and we got no price increase, at least in our store, related to tariffs this year.
What can get costly are the fines you could face if you bring fireworks inside city limits. Having or setting off fireworks inside city limits is illegal. If you're caught, you could be fined as much as $2,000 for each package of fireworks in your possession. Well, know before you go. After the break, we've got some tips to make sure your travel plans and your health stay safe. Well, the year 2025 is ending on a historic note. AAA estimates a record-setting 122.4 million Americans will travel at least 50 miles from home. Nearly 110 million will drive, just over 8 million will fly, and close to 5 million will take other forms of travel like buses or trains. For those getting behind the wheel this holiday season, a basic rule of thumb: the sooner you leave, the better. Well, holiday travel and gatherings are putting more people at risk for winter viruses this season. During winter months, we have to watch out for respiratory viruses like COVID-19, flu, RSV, and human metaviruses. And then there's G-bugs like the norovirus, infectious diseases. Dr. Jared Fox with Orlando Health says prevention is key.
Influenza vaccine, our COVID-19 vaccine, getting our boosters, especially for the immunocompromised and the elderly, and the RSV vaccine as well for the older population, our pneumococcal vaccine as well.
Fox says to avoid touching your face and wash hands frequently. If you're traveling by airplane or other public transportation, wearing a mask can help decrease your risk. And if you're sick this holiday season, help stop the spread of germs by staying home. You've heard the bells outside stores, but do you know where that money goes? Coming up, why the Salvation Army needs your help this holiday season.
All right, here's the view from our CCAC camera. This one is out at Snoopy's, and you may notice off on the horizon, it's a little fuzzy. We still have the sun shining above these very low clouds, but this is how the fog begins. And coastal places like this, you'll want a heads up. We already have a dense fog advisory out for the marine parts of the coastal bend, otherwise over the water, but I do expect that to probably be shared with inland neighborhoods here soon. We'll talk about it. Let me give you this view of SPID where it is looking fairly gloomy again. Top right, you can see that the sun is shining above those low clouds, but visibility being impacted. And for those folks who are out doing that last minute shopping, you'll want to be careful because if you're like me, yesterday you were in HEB, came outside, didn't know what time it was. This fog will really mess with your perception of when and where we are. And so we need to be safe when we're driving. And right now, it's December. We're pushing 80 degrees still. We were 1 degree off from the record high temperature today in Corpus Christi, and we haven't come down very far since. 78 degrees right now. Temperatures are very warm, and the culprit being this wind direction, generally a southeast wind. South for the warmth, east for the humidity, and that's exactly what we've got going. I think once these winds come down a little bit tonight, that's where we'll start to see more of that fog moving through. Otherwise, the only visibility issues we're seeing at our official reporting stations would be in places like Port Aransas at 4 miles, Rockport at 6 miles, NAS Corpus Christi that's there in the bluff, 6 miles of visibility. So overall not terrible, but we do expect it, as with yesterday, the night before, to get worse. Here's more of a visual for where that visibility is struggling a bit. We're also noting lower visibilities in places like Falfurrias. You're not too far from Baffin Bay, so that definitely adds the insult to the injury. But as we head on into the overnight, we are expecting some of this fog to also impact inland areas. It's just the marine zones right now that are under a marine dense fog advisory until noon tomorrow. So again, if you have plans to be out and about, keep in mind that fog may be an issue for you. So if you don't enjoy driving in it, maybe you can have a friend go with you, help you run some of those last minute errands. But this is what we're expecting as we head into the overnight. Many neighborhoods will be seeing that visibility drop to around a half mile or less than a mile. And the dense fog advisory begins at a quarter of a mile or less. So that's when we're already pretty bad. Fog is definitely going to be the topic of interest because this lingers past the morning commute tomorrow and into the mid-morning hours. And now you can see why that dense fog advisory for the coast is in place until noon, because we are still going to be struggling by around 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So please keep that in mind. But temperatures, if you like it hot, this is the weather for you. We are still near 80 degrees for most neighborhoods. We're cooler where some of that fog is, and that makes sense. We're in the lower 70s, we're by the water. That's why we're seeing the fog here, is because you have those cooler temperatures. But for us, really, fog is the only interesting part of the forecast. Maybe a few little stray showers developing as we head into tomorrow afternoon. So I've noted that in our 7-day forecast. I think we may have an opportunity to see that repeat again on Wednesday. We're just seeing such warm temperatures that heat alone is tapping into all the humidity around us. But our next big chance for rainfall isn't going to be until our next cold front gets here over the weekend. So it looks like a Sunday kind of deal. So we're the only ones across the lower 48 dealing with such extensive heat. That is a very Texas thing for us, isn't it? But as we head on into the next 7 days, here's what to expect. Santa Claus will be visiting in his chanclas.
Well, the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign has been ringing in donations all holiday season, but they need your help. Every dollar in the Red Kettle goes towards Coastal Bend neighbors to fund essential needs like shelter and food. That generosity helped Erica Gertis when she was homeless and pregnant. Erica says the Salvation Army helped her learn money management, job stability, and how to rebuild her life.
It just puts a whole new meaning to Christmas and to giving. You know, I'm here to be proof of where your money goes.
The Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign is about halfway to its $150,000 goal. Donations can be made at Red Kettle locations around the Coastal Bend. Well, the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign brought in some reinforcements today. Girl Scouts from 4180 out of San Diego spent their afternoon volunteering as bell ringers. They were stationed outside the Walmart on Saratoga and the Hobby Lobby in Moore Plaza. This was part of a friendly competition they had with other area Girl Scout troops to see which group could raise the most donations.
Girl Scouts, you know, yes, they're all about cookies and all about having fun and learning leaderships and new skills and friendships, but they also love to learn to give back and appreciate everything that they're thankful in life. And sometimes people just need a little bit of extra help, and that's why these girls love to step up and do that.
The Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign ends on Wednesday, December 24th. To make a donation online, go to christv.com. A fifth grader in West Central Texas made history this year by becoming the first student to sign the entire Christmas performance for her deaf peers and family. Well, Lani Ramirez is a deaf student with a passion for music and dance. She worked with her interpreter for several weeks to perfect every song and movement for the big night. Her teacher says Lani made this decision on her own to make the performance more inclusive.
I feel so happy to show my family they're going to be here watching me sign and sing.
Lani's mother is also deaf. She says she's proud of her daughter's dedication. The Christmas program is a performance Lani and her family will never forget. Well, if you're planning on taking a family picture for the holidays, don't forget the pets. Feathered Friends Birds Shop on Alameda near Everhart has a deal for you. They're offering free professional photos with your pets with the purchase of 1 bag of dog or cat food. So dress up your cat, dog, bird, lizard, whatever pet you have, and come by Feathered Friends tomorrow from 5 to 8 p.m. All of the food will be donated to the Cattery Pee-wee's Pet Adoption and Small Dog Breed Rescue. The bags of food will be delivered on Christmas Eve. Well, people across the country and even the world have been trying their luck today. We'll tell you what's at stake after this quick break.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Powerball players still have a chance at a $1 billion holiday jackpot. No ticket matched all 6 numbers in Saturday night's drawing. The next drawing is tonight at an estimated $1.60 billion. It's the 4th largest in Powerball history and the 5th largest among U.S. lottery jackpots. Now, the big prize has not been won since September 6th, when 2 tickets in Missouri and Texas split $1.8 billion. Well, players across the Coastal Bend are dreaming big. Neighborhood News reporter Jada Jenkins spoke with a few players at Pittman Quick Mart, a store that claims to be the luckiest in town. But some say that number may be a little misleading.
Too much money, $1.5 billion for one person to win.
When you dig into the fine print, it makes sense. Experts say the jackpot shrinks quickly with winners taking a reduced upfront payment and losing a large portion to federal taxes. In Texas, there's no state income tax, but even then, the final check could land around $400 to $500 million. Still, for many, it's a number they'd happily live with. And in Spain, El Gordo Christmas Lottery awarded its top prize today, with most winners in Castile and León and Madrid. Now, children at Madrid's Royal Theatre announced the winning number, which brings a €4 million jackpot. El Gordo creates many winners since the same number is sold widely. The event is national tradition, with groups often pulling money for tickets, hoping for a share of the prize. That's kind of cool that you get to win, potentially. You give out a little bit of piece of the pie, you know?
Sharing is caring. It
Sharing
can
is
be
caring.
fun. I would share my $1 million with you. I'll give you a little bit. We'll go to lunch.
Thank you. $20 is all I need.
Right. Hey, if you're doing some traveling for the holidays, you're probably wondering what the $1 million forecast is. Let's go ahead and take a look at what to expect if you're heading out. So we're not doing too bad. Not a whole lot going across the center of the country, but if you're heading out to the West Coast to visit some family, that's where things may get a little crazy. We've just got fog going on here across Texas. A little bit of a snowstorm setting up along the East Coast for now, and then as we head on into the end of your Tuesday into Noche Buena, Christmas Eve. Look at that, lots of rainfall out west. Fog across the Illinois central part of the country. And for us, hot. 7-day forecast shows 80s for the rest of the week.
Alrighty, well, I'll take it because I like the heat.
There you go. It's all about perspective.
Alrighty. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. We will see you here at 6 o'clock.
Bye.